So in Garry's mod, we've seen a bunch of great examples with the Infinite Map Base, but of course, what about a big chunk of Rome, Italy? I'd say we're definitely at a fever pitch now. This is kind of getting a little ridiculous, but also, it is incredibly impressive that we are even looking at this right now. Now, guys, I don't want to mislead you. In the last video where we saw something that also used photogrammetry, which is a technology that lets you map, well, 2D textures onto like a 3D space or a 3D model. It's an amazing technology that's fantastic for VR and many other use cases, especially in professional cases. But as you can see, when you get close enough, things start to look a lot less, Romey. Now, of course, this is on the Infinite Map Base. I did just want to mention this just so you guys know, because I don't want to mislead you, because that thumbnail in that last video was kind of, you know, sketchy, I guess. And I'm all for being honest, as you guys know. So what can you do in this map? Well, you're immediately going to find out that, well, there's not a lot of collision. In fact, if you were to go ahead and start a new game, you're going to get multiple different options. You have one, which is just, well, Rome, Italy. And then we also have one with some collision, and then we have full collision. Now be very careful here, because if you choose the one with full collision, it can take hours to load the entire map in. And that is a very long time to wait for a map that doesn't really look all that great functionality-wise. Now, of course, you can walk on the surface, and it really does feel like a map, if only the resolution of the textures and everything, and the models, were just a bit higher. Once we are able to load that technology into something like Garry's mod, it's going to be a game changer. Just imagine all of Rome, Italy in whole, full-blown detail. Well, it is until the game crashes. Alright, we're back in. So, again, you gotta be very careful because it's, well, a little experimental. Again, Garry's mod is not meant to have these kinds of maps in. Now, we'll say the good news is that I didn't have to wait an hour or anywhere near that long. Again, I did load in the partial collision model. In fact, I think I only had to wait like maybe a minute or two. Honestly, it could even pop up as I'm talking right now, so I guess I'll see you guys when everything's loaded in. Alright, so it's about a minute and a half later. Didn't really take all that long at all, so if I did the full collision, it might only take about maybe 5-10 minutes. So it is going to heavily depend on your CPU usage, but guys, let's stop talking about all that stupid stuff. Let's take a look at what we got. So this is not all of Rome, Italy, and I'm going to make sure that the title does reflect that, but it's a good chunk of it, and the further away you get, the more impressive it looks. Honestly, from here, it looks incredible. It looks like we're like hovering over Rome, Italy. It really is a sight to behold. Now, obviously, we do have some standout landmarks like the Colosseum here, an absolute classic. You guys are going to notice some stuttering here and there, and that's because, well, let me just go ahead and check my RAM real quick. 16 gigs of RAM. And that's just Garry's mod. So, make sure you got plenty of RAM for this. Now that I think about it, if we had even higher resolution models, you would need like hundreds of gigs of RAM to even have it look decent. But anyway, we're going at full no-clip speed here, and we can just see how vast this map is now. And like I said, it's not just for looks, although again the looks kind of diminish the closer you get, but this is a functional map. So if you did want to like walk around, well, in some areas, again remember this is only partial. Again guys, remember this is only partial collision, but we can go ahead and spawn in a vehicle and, well, just pretend like it's any other map. So yeah, driving an airboat from Half-Life 2 in Rome, Italy. It's something. Now, of course, as you're going to be going through this, I probably have no RAM because my RAM usage is like 90%. It's insane because I'm pretty sure this is using more RAM than the GTA maps, which if you guys want to see that, I'll put the recent one in the top right corner. We took a look at San Andreas, Vice City, and even Liberty City. What an incredible series of maps, and honestly, I am loving this Infinite Map Base. MEE is a goddamn god at this game, and we freaking crashed, god damn it. Alright, we are back, and so I tried to load in the non-collision version of the map to see if it would load in quicker, and well, I waited about 6 minutes and it never loaded in. So I don't know what's up with that, but if I were you guys, I would recommend loading up the partial collision version, which is this one. I really wouldn't recommend the full collision one, unless you've got a whole ass NASA computer, because even I'm afraid to try that. But yeah, like, everything is open to you. This is not a skybox. We can go there. And again, this is full, no clip speed. I'm not going to raise the speed any further because, well, I'm just going to enjoy this slow panning of the camera. But of course, the main reason is I'm too scared of it crashing if we were to mess with these speed settings because, let's be honest, it's probably going to crash here in like 3 minutes. But yeah, there's really not a whole lot to this map. I mean, once you get into this area, it's a little rough. So I would definitely recommend staying near the Colosseum or like just the main city. I also don't know if this really is most of Rome. It could just be like a chunk. I mean, the description says a giant chunk, so I assume a giant chunk is most, but at the same time, Rome is freaking massive, so if the thumbnail's wrong, you guys can totally blame me for that, but I thought it would be a cool thing to check out. I'm not going to waste your guys' time, though, and just do like a 10-minute video on this. Let me know what you guys think down below. This is more of a benchmark to showcase what is really possible with the Infinite Map Base. I mean, we've seen some crazy stuff. We've seen literal space, like the entire solar system, 1-to-1 scale. If you guys haven't seen that video, definitely check it out in the top right corner. I'm just amazed at what people are able to do with the Source engine in 2023, even after all these years. But guys, let me know your thoughts down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching this until the end, and until next time, farewell.